For years, SUV fans have been asking, where is the real Mitsubishi Pajero Sport? The SUV that once ruled the trails, pulled families across continents, and wore its scars with pride. Well, guess what? It's finally back. This is the 2026 Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, and it's not just a redesign, it's a rebirth. Rugged body on-frame toughness, a twin-turbo diesel with serious pulling power, and a look that dares rivals to step aside. So, is this the return of the king? Or just another pretender? Let's find out. Take one glance at the new Pajero Sport and it's clear. This SUV isn't here to play nice. The design language screams toughness. A massive front grille dominates the nose, framed by razor-thin LED headlights that almost glare back at you. The hood is raised, the fenders squared off, and the stance feels more truck than family crossover. That's no coincidence, because the Pajero Sport borrows heavily from Mitsubishi's latest Triton pickup. Move around to the side. And the boxy silhouette makes it clear this SUV isn't chasing sleek curves or city elegance. Instead, it's about muscle, presence, and capability. The high ground clearance, chunky wheel arches, and aggressive lines send one message loud and clear. I can handle dirt, rocks, floods, and whatever you throw at me. At the back, the flat tailgate and sturdy bumper look purpose-built. No fancy swoops, no delicate creases, just solid geometry that feels like it could take a knock and keep going. Mitsubishi is reminding everyone, this isn't a fashion accessory. This is a proper SUV. Step inside, and the Pajero Sport tells another story. Yes, it's rugged. Yes, it's tough. But this is 2026, so it also needs to feel connected, comfortable, and ready for everyday life. The dashboard design has been modernized, borrowing inspiration from the new Triton but dialing up the refinement. A fully digital instrument cluster sits in front of the driver, displaying everything from speed to terrain modes in crisp graphics. At the center, a new infotainment system dominates the console, supporting wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But here's where Mitsubishi makes a smart move. They've kept physical buttons and knobs for climate and off-road controls. In a world where too many SUVs bury critical functions in touchscreens, the Pajero Sport stays practical. You can adjust things even with gloves on or while bouncing down a trail. Materials are improved too. Expect tougher plastics in height areas, reinforced seat fabrics, and trims that don't scratch easily. It's not aiming for luxury SUV polish, but for long-lasting durability mixed with comfort. And with seating for up to 7, the Pajero Sport remains a family-friendly adventure machine. Fold down the rear rows and you've got cargo space for camping gear, bikes, or weekend escapes. Now, let's talk power, because this is where the Pajero Sport makes a statement. Under the hood, you'll find a 2.4-liter twin-turbo diesel engine, pumping out around 150 kilowatts, about 200 horsepower, and a hefty 470 Newton-meters of torque. Those numbers might not look wild on paper compared to some rivals, but here's the secret. Torque is what matters off-road and while towing, and the Pajero Sport delivers it in spades. Whether you're pulling a trailer, overtaking on the highway, or crawling up a rocky incline, this engine is built for grunt and reliability. And the transmission, expect a smooth shifting automatic tune for both everyday comfort and tough work. But the real highlight is the Super Select 4WD2 system. This isn't your average OAL drive, it's a proper shift-on-the-fly four-wheel drive setup. You get a locking center differential, multiple terrain modes, and the ability to go from rear-wheel to four-wheel drive without stopping. Sand, snow, mud, rocks. The Pajero Sport has a mode for all of it. And that means it's not just an SUV you park at the mall. It's an SUV you take into the unknown. Mitsubishi knows today's buyers expect tech. The 2026 Pajero Sport doesn't go overboard with flashy gimmicks, but it gives you the essentials that matter. We're talking about a high-resolution touchscreen, wireless smartphone connectivity, and likely a suite of connected car features, remote lock, vehicle status checks, maybe even over-the-air updates. Add in a 360-degree camera system, hill descent control, and terrain management electronics, and you've got a smart safety net for the rough stuff. But the best part, it doesn't try to overwhelm you with endless menus and futuristic gimmicks. Everything feels designed with the driver's mindset: usable, clear, and dependable. Rugged doesn't mean unsafe. Mitsubishi has made sure the new Pajero Sport can carry your family with confidence. Expect 7 airbags, stability control, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and automatic emergency braking. And since this SUV is built on a body-on-frame platform, it's inherently strong. Combine that with modern crash protection and driver aids, and you've got safety baked in from multiple angles. For families who want to explore beyond paved roads without sacrificing peace of mind, this balance is critical. Now, let's talk numbers. While Mitsubishi hasn't officially confirmed final pricing yet, expect the 2026 Pajero Sport to undercut some of its biggest rivals while still offering real capability. Current estimates place it between $45,000 and $60,000 USD, depending on trim and market. That puts it right in the crosshairs of the Toyota Fortuner, Ford Everest, and Isuzu Mu-X. And here's where things get interesting. The Pajero Sport might not have the badge prestige of a Toyota or the headline horsepower of some Fords, but it's offering a rugged, honest SUV at a price that undercuts or matches the competition. For buyers who want real, for WD credibility without breaking the bank, that's compelling. The mid-size rugged SUV segment has been heating up for years. The Toyota Fortuner is the default choice in many markets, reliable, strong resale, but often criticized for being conservative. The Ford Everest brings refinement, tech, and a powerful V6 diesel, but with a higher price tag. Meanwhile, the Isuzu Mu-X wins fans for durability and towing, but lacks some polish. Into this mix steps the Pajero Sport, a name that carries heritage, off-road credibility, and a loyal fan base. What sets it apart? A combination of rugged design, proven diesel muscle, and Mitsubishi's Super Select for WD system. It's not trying to out-luxury the Ford or outsell the Toyota. Instead, it's carving its own lane, authentic toughness with modern upgrades. So, what's the final word on the 2026 Mitsubishi Pajero Sport? Here's the truth. In an SUV world that's gone soft, Mitsubishi has doubled down on toughness. They've built a machine that looks bold, drives strong, and feels honest to its roots. This isn't a crossover in disguise. This isn't a soft roader with plastic cladding. This is a body-in-frame diesel-powered, shift-on-fly SUV built for real adventure, and yet it also works as a daily driver. It has the safety, the tech, and the comfort you need for school runs and commutes. That dual personality is rare, and it's what makes the Pajero Sport special. If you're tired of SUVs pretending to be something they're not, if you want a vehicle that doesn't apologize for being rugged, then the 2026 Pajero Sport might just be the SUV you've been waiting for. Because this isn't just Mitsubishi reviving an old nameplate, it's them reminding the world, the Pajero Sport still knows how to rule the trails. But here's the thing, owning a Pajero Sport has never just been about specs or numbers, it's about what the SUV represents. For decades, this name has been tied to adventure, reliability, and the freedom to go where roads end. And in 2026, Mitsubishi is clearly tapping into that spirit again. It's the kind of SUV that doesn't just get you from A to B, it invites you to take the long way, detour through the mountains, or push past the comfort zone. That's a feeling Toyota, Ford, and Isuzu try to capture, but Mitsubishi's angle is different. It's raw, authentic, and rooted in history. And if you've ever driven an old Pajero or seen one conquer a D-car rally stage, you know exactly why this matters. And let's not forget, timing is everything. The SUV market right now is split in two. On one side, you've got the soft-roaders with plush cabins and fragile styling. And on the other, the hardcore off-roaders that often compromise daily comfort. The Pajero Sport, in many ways, is trying to walk the line right down the middle.